Sony is planning on a Nintendo Switch style PS6 that is going to be portable and also dockable. Yes, you heard that right. The PS6 is going to be the new handheld of Sony for the first time since the PS Vita was introduced. So this is actually breaking news that happened earlier today, in which the PS6 handheld rumors already ramping up, and IGN, with the help of a YouTuber called More Law is Dead, which said in a recent video that the PS6, it already has some leaks that came out from an undisclosed source. And it says that the PS6 handheld is going to be dockable and backwards compatible with PS4 and PS5 games. So, in continuing that YouTube channel, he says there's also information on the alleged specs of the device as well. So these are some of the specs. I'm kind of blowing it up right here. So on the first one, it has 4 Zen 6 cores, 2 Zen 6 LP cores, and then 16 RDNA 5 CUs. And on the right, you see that is the actual chip that they're using for the PS6. And I don't know a lot about the specs, but just by the words and all of this, it feels like it's overwhelming already. And it continues in there that it continues on that YouTube channel that the PS6 handheld will cost significantly less than the upcoming Xbox Ally X. Way better. It has going to have better raw performance, and remember that the Xbox Ally, both the ROG and the Ally X, will be releasing this October 16th, but Microsoft hasn't even announced the price yet. And there's also a brief mention from that YouTuber that the PS5, or I should say the PS6, is going to have 2 different options, sort of like the PS5. So there's going to be a PS6S and then the actual PS6 that is going to be able to put in physical media in there, so physical games. So it's similar to what we see with like the Xbox Series X and S. So the X, that's where you can put the disc in, and then the S is only downloadable content only. So you could expect a less powerful console to be cheaper, right? And he continues on that same, that he claims that based on the up-to-date AMD documentation that it has renewed, since that has happened, that means that there is going to be a more powerful console altogether. But there is a question: how much theoretically the PS6 is going to cost? Well, doing a little bit of math, a little tinkering right there, the YouTuber claims that is going to estimate between $300 and $400 just for the PS6S that's only downloadable games only. And it's going to be $400 to $500 for the PS6 standard, which is the handheld that you could put physical media in. And $550 to $700 for the base PS6. And just looking at the prices itself, it could match the price of the Nintendo Switch 2, but could be much more powerful. So what does it all mean? It could mean a lot of smoke in the mirrors. Again, this is just an alleged leak of the PS6 that is coming out, and we don't know exactly if the specs are actually real, right? And if the leaks, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But think about it. Think for one moment, what would it mean if all of this information is actually true, right? In which we think that the PS6 is going to be the next Sony handheld, right? If you remember when the PSP came for the first time, that was a good system. The PS Vita, unfortunately, didn't do so well. That was kind of like the end of the PS, handheld, adventure. But now that the handhelds are making a comeback, especially with the Nintendo Switch 2, and then now with the new Xbox Ally X that is coming out later this year, You just have to wonder if the PlayStation is playing the long game. Maybe they're looking at the competition right now, kind of letting them, bask in glory. But then when the PS6 actually comes out, it's going to blow everyone out of the water. It could be a possibility that the PS6 could be one of those things that could, boost Sony's reputation or just destroy it, right? Because let's be honest, the PS5 so far, it's a good console, but to tell you the truth, there's not a lot of exclusive PS5 games. Most of the games are just upgraded versions of the PS4. So that just tells you, are console gaming's on its way away? Like, is it going to be gone? I don't think so. I think this could be some hope for Sony, and that the PS6 is already in development. But what about you guys? What do you guys think about this rumor and these leaks that the PS6 is going to be not only portable, but also be dockable? Write your comments below. And if you like the content of this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification so you know future videos are available. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed today, and again, stay awesome.